Hey Internet, Eric here. I can't believe it took me this long to watch this film. Um, First time I saw it was probably like 10 years ago, and I really didn't pay attention. But I watched this for the first time and actually paid attention to it about, what was it, 2 days ago? God, why did I wait so long? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. This came out in 2001, and if you're like me, one of two people that at the time had not seen Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, there are spoilers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have been warned. Now, like I said, this came out in 2001, directed by Chris Columbus, who did Adventures in Babysitting. I believe he did the first two Home Alones. And the stars Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. You got Rupert Grint right there. He is Ron Weasley. Emma Watson as Hermione Granger. Don't know the old dude who plays Dumbledore. Robbie Coltrane. He plays Hagrid. Wonderful Warwick Davis as a goblin. And we also have Maggie Smith. And John Cleese shows up. A wonderful Alan Rickman. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. You're missed. Anyways, minor plot spoilers. Daniel Radcliffe. He plays Harry Potter. And Harry Potter finds out, he gets an invitation from Hogwarts, Academy of Wizardry and Witchcraft. And his parents were killed. And he's living with his fucktard family, consisting of his fat, ugly asshole uncle, his, bitchy aunt, and his piece of shit cousin. And he gets an invitation to Hogwarts. And they deny it, because they know, his family was, into wizard, I believe both of his parents were wizards and witches, whatever. And they want to keep Harry away from that lifestyle. So eventually they meet Hagrid. And like I said, Hagrid is Robbie Coltrane. And he takes Harry to Hogwarts, where he meets Ron and he meets Hermione and all the teachers, what have you. And as he is learning his craft, we find out that Harry survived an attack by the evil wizard Voldemort. Voldemort killed Harry's parents and attempted to kill Harry as a child or as a baby. And he was defeated somehow. He tried to zap Harry, and it caused Harry to get a little scar on his head. And that, the impossibility of defeating or killing Harry as an infant caused Voldemort to be banished or go into hiding or whatever. Now, Harry and Hermione and Ron are on the search for the Sorcerer's Stone. The Sorcerer's Stone is basically, looks like a little ruby that gives the owner of it, the person in possession of it, immortality. You find out Voldemort is coming back, trying to get it, and they are trying to stop him. That's basic plot. What can I say about this movie? I really loved it. I really, really had a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. First off, the acting on every single person here is good. Daniel Radcliffe makes Harry Potter a very likable character, and this is the character we're going to follow through 7 or 8 films. Emma Watson as Hermione is really good as the bookworm, always showing the boys up, saying the perfect spell when needed in the right situation. Rupert Grint is good at being the little, he's kind of a bitch in this movie. He's the wimpy sidekick. What are we going to do now, Harry? Always there making the scared faces, but he's really good. Maggie Smith as, the headmistress. Headmistress? Is that how you say? She's, the head school teacher or whatever at Hogwarts. If you ever seen Maggie Smith, she gives the same performance every time and she nails it. Sister Act, Hook, what have you. Alan Rickman is Alan Rickman as Professor Snape. This kind of hard-ass, get the fuck out of my face type of teacher. Listen to me, this is the way we're going to do things. Really good. One of my favorite characters is Hagrid. Hagrid, played by Robbie Coltrane. And Hagrid is this lovable giant. His little shtick is he looks out for the kids. and they don't hide the fact that they tell him what they're trying to do, and he accidentally reveals vital information and then follows it up by saying, "I shouldn't have told you that." And like I said, he's very likable. He's this sweet giant. Kind of reminds me of Fezzik from Princess Bride. But yeah, cannot praise the acting. Now, the action in this film is also really good. Many, many scenes of action. First off, there is a sport that they play called Quidditch, where you see they ride brooms and they're going to throw balls through these little hoops, and Harry is chosen for the team, blah, blah, blah. They're playing opposing, I guess, sections of the school. Like there's Hufflepuff and Slytherin and whatever one Harry's I don't really care. I can't think of it right now. Anyway. And it's a very violent sport. It's kind of like, think of it like rugby on broomsticks. And it's really good, really violent. And it's a lot of edge of your seat action. You don't know. I mean, just because Harry is the star, the main character, you don't know if he's actually going to win. And they do a really good job of making you wonder if Harry is going to, win the Quidditch game. The special effects, special effects there, yikes, are really, really good. There's a scene, yikes, Jesus Christ. There's a scene where when they're on their way to get the Sorcerer Stone, they have to play a life-size version, a life-size version of chess. And they call it wizard's chess because it's just like regular chess, but the chess pieces actually destroy the pieces that they capture. Like, let's just say a rook takes out a pawn. The rook will actually physically destroy the pawn. And the set pieces are amazing. They're huge. Like, Ron Weasley is actually on the back of the knight, the horse, and riding it across the chessboard. Very intense scene, very good. You don't know how it's going to end. Excuse me. One of my favorite scenes. There's this but I say the action is really good, but sometimes it causes the special effects to look shitty when it's green screen, because like I said, I love the physical set pieces of it. But there's a scene where the three kids are fighting a troll. The troll itself is CGI, and it looks decent. There are scenes where Harry has to jump on the back of the troll, and it looks fine. But there's a scene, and every time they do this in a fucking movie, it looks bad, where the troll grabs Harry. He's holding him by one leg, and he's like swinging him around. So they have to CGI the body of the actor. They CGI the body of Daniel Radcliffe, and it looks like complete shit. It is garbage. It's so noticeable. It's so dated. It just took me out of the scene, which was sad because I really enjoyed this scene. Some of the other scenes with CGI is very noticeable. It's very dated. Like I said, it's 2001. But overall, like, the Quidditch scene is great. There is a three-headed dog named Fluffy, which they have to get past. CGI on him is pretty decent. So overall, it's about 50-50. One of the favorite things that in this film is there's a red herring. And what it is it's making you think one character is the villain and the other is not. And it's reversed. And up until the very end, where they give the big reveal, they make it believable the whole time. I didn't really figure it out until right before. And I'm like, that's really damn good. I don't know if that's in the book or not. If J.K. Rowling wrote that, but in this film, it's done really, really well. Really liked it. Now, another thing I really dislike. When Harry finally gets the Sorcerer's Stone, he defeats the villain, and he wakes up in the hospital part of Hogwarts, and he's met by Dumbledore, and he asked Dumbledore. He says, How did the Sorcerer's Stone get in, my possession?" And Dumbledore tells him how it happened, and I just thought that was complete bullshit. It was such a cop out. I really hope it's not like that in the book, because eventually I'm going to read the book, and I'm going to be disappointed in that too. But when I read that, I'm just like, you piece of shit. This is how you're gonna, they go through all this trouble, and that's how he came into possession of the Sorcerer's Stone. Fuck me, that's bad. And I yelled at my screen. I told my wife, I'm like, really? You fucking kidding me? When Harry finally defeats the villain, and he defeats him in a really cool way. I love the special effects, how it happened. Again, he's asking Dumbledore how it happened. And Dumbledore tells him the reason, how it happened. And again, I'm like, you fucking piece of shit, dude. How can you have two cop-outs in the same fucking scene? It made me so mad. It's like climbing Mount Everest. You get all the way to the top. You're climbing. You're going through all this shit. You're finally there. You're like 2 or 3 feet away from it. And then your rope breaks and you fall to your death. All that pain and agony for nothing. And I'm just like, wow. What a major letdown. What a major fucking disappointment. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't take a lot away from this film. I highly, highly enjoyed it. But I'm just like, really? You couldn't think of a better reason of how Potter got the Sorcerer's Stone and how he defeated who he defeats? Bullshit. I call bullshit, plain and simple. But overall, I highly, highly recommend Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. A lot of fun for the most part. I'd say 85%, 90%. Had so much fun. Like I said, those 2 reveals take a lot out of it. Takes the impact out of it. Some noticeable and dated CGI takes a lot out of it. But overall, the strong performances, great action sequences, the good story, good comic relief. John Cleese shows up as one of the ghosts that just roam around Hogwarts. Very funny. I mean, it's John Cleese. John Cleese is great in everything. But, yeah, overall, the negatives are so far under the positives. Highly recommend Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We started the second one, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, last night. And you know what? At the rate that we're going, I think we're going to do the entire series because I had a lot of fun with the original. Great way to start off a series. And it's making me want to read the book. Eventually I'm going to read the book once I get done with all my Stephen King stuff. But yeah, overall, if you're like me, and for some fucking reason you haven't seen Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone yet, go out, get it, rent it, buy it in the bargain bin, watch it streaming on Potluck or whatever. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Because if you're watching my channel and if you're a regular watcher, you know the kind of movies that I enjoy, and if you keep coming back to my channel, you must enjoy what I say as well. So I really think you'll enjoy Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, so that's it. Thumbs up. Big thumbs up. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please check out my other videos. Trying to get, the views up. My subscriptions are up. If you're a new viewer, please subscribe to my channel. Tell me what, comment below. Tell me what you want to see. If you want to see a certain movie review. And I don't just do movie reviews. I defend movies where I think, I'm in the minority of liking something. As you can see, I drink when I do my reviews, so I've had some drunken rants, and there's a bunch of other random shit. So check out my older stuff. If you like what you see, tell Mom, tell Grandma, tell Uncle George. what have you. So yeah, in closing, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Give it a check. Give it a like. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. So, and then I will say cheers. And don't be a muggle.